I did a video, or well, in fact, a series of videos a while back showing how it's possible these days to get a really cheap collection of Elvis LPs. I suppose it depends on where you live, but certainly in Japan, where I live, the American reissues from about 1977 can be picked up very cheaply. And recently I came across some Elvis records on sale. So what I decided to do was give in to temptation and get some of them, but I set myself a limit of 5,000 yen, which is about $35, I think, £27, something like that. But I did set myself a few conditions. No budget albums, no albums that I already own. It's okay if it's a variant of one that I own. It's got to be an official release, so no bootlegs. Only RCA, BMG, Sony, that kind of thing. It's got to be an album I want, and it's got to be an album in at least VG Plus condition. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I got for my 5,000 yen. Okay, here we go. First thing I got was this compilation. Elvis, the all-time greatest hits. I was very curious about this one because I noticed that on side one, it's got 14 songs. It's about half an hour's worth of music, so I'm kind of curious about what that will sound like. It was actually mastered by Bob Jones, aka Boppin' Bob Jones, so I'm kind of hopeful that it's going to sound good. This is a 45-track compilation, and it's quite remarkable if you look at the data on the back. It gives you UK and US chart positions, and I think every single one of the records got at least as high as number 11 in the charts in the UK, and every single one apart from one song got into the top 10 in either the UK or America or both. That song, the one song is, believe it or not, it's If I Can Dream. It only got to number 11 in the UK and 12 in the States. That's probably one of his most well-known songs these days. But anyway, enough of this waffle. There's the inside cover. It's a double album, obviously, with 45 songs. I'll just show you one of the records. This is made in Holland. Very curious to hear that. And the 50 songs are in mono, thankfully. The next one I have is Elvis Country. This is from the US. This one is actually on the tan label. It's got the company in a sleeve. Now, unfortunately, it is the more common of the two tan label pressings, with side 2 and side 1 at the top instead of side A and side B, which I gather is quite rare. I also got a copy of Aloha from Hawaii. As you can see, the covers are also in really nice condition. Again, I'll just show you one of these records. This one is a German copy. The next one is always on my mind. As you can see, it's part of the 50th anniversary, and it's on clear vinyl. I don't especially seek out clear vinyl for the sake of it, or colored vinyl for the sake of it, but I thought, why not? So what's that one, the fourth one? Where was that one made? It was made in Germany as well. Then the next one is a copy of King Creole. The cover is not quite as tidy as the other ones, but it's not bad. The RCA International label. This is another black one. It does say stereo on there. I'm kind of curious to know whether that's true or not. If it is stereo, of course it will be reprocessed stereo. Another one that's made in Germany. This is an album I used to have in my first collection back in the 1980s. I really liked this album back then. It's good to have it again. This is, only Elvis could have made an album like this. It's called The Complete Bonus Songs. Imagine if you see that record in a shop and you're not a fan, you don't know much about Elvis. You'd think, what the hell is that? The Complete Bonus Songs. My copy that I used to have, it was different. I don't think it had these advertisements on the back, and it didn't have this writing here at the bottom. And it's just got sleeve notes in the middle about each of the songs. And my copy that I used to have, I think it was on a green or turquoise label, like a Camden type label. But this one is on a black German label. That's 6. I've got one more. The 7th and final record I got in my 5,000 yen bonanza. It's called The King of Rock and Roll. I like this picture. It's I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I use this photograph for my banner on my homepage, on my YouTube channel. Double album. So this is what I think this is the 4th double album that I got. Great cover, the front, the back, and especially that middle cover. All really good pictures. You can see all the band there, I think. Even some of the orchestra guys in the background and some of the audience. If you look at the titles there on the back, you may notice that in fact it's 2 other albums. The Flaming Star album and the Let's Be Friends album. This one is also on that black label. And it's also made in Germany, so I'm very keen to hear what this will sound like. So yeah, there you go. I've got some bargains there, I think. As I say, they were on sale. The German records tend to be more expensive than the American ones. But 5,000 yen, $35, 28 pounds. What do you think? Not a bad little haul, that. Okay, finally, I just want to show a few other import albums that I've got in recent months. I'm not a massive import buyer. I just get them from time to time if I find something interesting. This one here is, in fact, one I literally got about 10-15 minutes ago. It's just arrived this morning. It's a copy of I Got Lucky on the Camden label. And this one's actually from Mexico. Show you the label. It's in really nice condition. Nothing particularly unusual about it compared to the American version. That's the first one. I just picked that up because it was a pretty good price and it's in really nice condition. A while back I did a video on Something for Everybody, the album, and I said I was really hoping to get the Canadian copy of that, or a Canadian pressing of that album one day because it's got such a really nice cover. And a while back I did get a copy, and I can't remember if I've shown this. I don't think I have, but that is the Canadian cover. That's so much better than the American cover. And it's obviously a later one, as you can see. You see the maple leaf up there, showing you it's Canadian. Anyway, there's the inner sleeve. Looks very similar to the American one from about 76, 77. And the label is tan. So I think this one's from the mid-70s. But nevertheless, I'm still glad to get that fantastic cover. The next one, on the other hand, is kind of a weird cover, and the back cover is terrible. You'll Never Walk Alone, it says at the top there, and this is the budget album. What a funny looking cover. It's very striking. I do like it, actually, but not the back. Have a look at the back. It's not even finished. At the top here, they've got some advertisements for other albums in the same series, and then at the bottom, you've just got a bunch of grey squares. Why couldn't they have just made these photos larger? And this one is on a black RCA label. It says it's stereo, but a lot of these songs were recorded in mono, so I'll have to give that a play and find out if it really is, well, some of them may be true stereo, but I'm guessing the 50 songs will be reprocessed. And last but not least, I've saved the best one till last actually. This one I got maybe a couple of months ago. This one is really good. It's a copy of Elvis's Back, and if you look at the top there, it says RCA Italiana. So it's an Italian pressing from the 60s. It's an LPM, so it's in mono. And this gatefold sleeve certainly puts the UK version to shame, and it's even better than the American version. It's really solid. Very stiff card here. And on the spine there, you can see it's white. This is kind of like tape, something similar to what they used on the 1957 American Christmas album. It's even got the little RCA logo down there. And it is gatefold as well. So you get all the Army snapshots on the inside there. It's also got an RCA sleeve from the period. I think this particular copy is from 64, something like that, from what I can gather. And I'll show you the record. Paid quite a bit for this because it was really, really worth it. Really cool black labels, and this one sounds really good. It's got those smooth edges to the record itself, just like on the old American pressings. You feel like you're holding a really quality record here. Top stuff, that. Any comments or questions? As ever, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. But that's it for this short video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.